It's time for the show that exposes it all. Get ready to peel back the curtain of truth. The people, places, stories, and events that make up our lives. From Wall Street to your street. Get ready. It's time for In the Know with Brian Glenn.
First of all, very few people listen to your radio show. That's the good news.
Okay. We were just talking in the break about this incredible platform for entrepreneurs. Let's talk about that Google has.
Yeah, it's called Grow with Google. And you can go to just search Grow with Google in Google, and it takes you to this platform. So essentially, it allows you to give these different tools for entrepreneurs or startups to hone your skills. There also might be a Grow with Google tour coming to your city to help you workshop through a variety of different skill-based workshops and ways to get your startup off the ground or grow your already successful business, or just find a job within your area as well. Just kind of anything from job seekers to startups to entrepreneurs can go to Grow with Google and check that out.
Sitting next to my very best friend, Justin Burr, who I probably owe a steak dinner. I'm not quite sure the best steakhouse here in Mountain View, but if it's out there, I'm taking you.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'll take you up on that.
There you go. All right. I know where you live, by the way. You're parked out front. All right. We've been talking about a magazine where women create. This is the work edition. I got the Joe Packham, the publisher, the CEO, the woman in charge of all of this. Walk me back to where you got started in publishing magazines. Is this something you've always wanted to do?
I have always wanted to do it, but it's only been about the last 10 years. I was in book publishing for the first 30. So I've published over 1,000 books in my career, and so we've moved on to magazines, which is better.
I was just going to say, what is the difference between publishing a book and publishing a magazine?
Magazines are a lot more fun because what happens is you go into the photo shoot, you do a 12-page article on somebody, you go to lunch, have a little dinner, and you're done. A book takes over a year to put together, and the artists are very tired of the process by the time it's completed.
Let's talk about what you chose to cover. Women, work in the workplace, women in business. Let's talk about that.
Well, it's because I'm an entrepreneur, right? And I think we need help. We are not the 50 most powerful women that they know at Google and that they follow. We're the women who have families and are trying to have small businesses and are the heart of American entrepreneurship. And so they deserve an opportunity to tell their story. And I'm one of them. And so I thought, well, that's what I'll do, is I'll gather us all together and create an audience and let them tell their stories the way they want.
Yeah. And walk me through the process of from the point when you start to lay the magazine out until it's on the shelf. What's the process on that?
Okay.
Time-wise.
A month.
A month.
Right. We get all the stories in and the photography from the women we're featuring, and I have a team that lays them out, and there's one designer for each magazine, and it takes her about 3 weeks, and we upload to our printer, who's Quad. It's one of the largest printers in the world, actually, and it takes about 3 weeks to get it done.
And let's talk about distribution. These magazines are just about everywhere, right?
They are everywhere. We're the highest grossing magazine at Costco, and in our category, we're number 2 at Barnes & Noble, and we're at Michael's and not Hobby Lobby. We're not at Hobby Lobby anymore.
But we love Hobby Lobby, though.
We love Hobby Lobby, but they quit selling magazines.
Oh.
They don't sell magazines.
Well, they got hot glue guns instead. Let me ask my friend Justin Burr over here. When was the last time you bought a hot glue gun?
I do really like hot glue guns, actually. They serve a very specific purpose, so I'm a fan.
Yeah, I am a fan, too. But we love Jackie Green.
We do.
And what a time we had at the Museum of the Bible.
We do. It was so impressive, and she is wonderful. And we're going to feature her in the magazine. We're going to do a whole entire issue on mothers and daughters working together because of Jackie Green.
Yeah. Debbie Saviano, how important is it that people like Joe shine that spotlight on women, and especially women in business, and show that balance between the Stacy Shefflins of the world that got kids and you got a career and you're juggling all this stuff of being a wife and a mother. It's a tough balancing act to do, but how important is it for her to shine a light on that?
It's very important. I think one of the biggest things that Joe brings to the table, and there's so many, you can't count them all, but the one thing is that when you get this magazine, you open it up and you read the personal stories, because Joe lets them write their own stories. You see there are women just like you, women who have the same trials and tribulations and challenges and successes, and everything that you're going through, someone in the magazine is going through, and there's a light at the end of the tunnel to say, hey, she did it, I can do it too. And I think that's the biggest thing it comes to when you read the book, the magazine.
What was your biggest takeaway, Joe, when we were in D.C. at the Museum of the Bible, listening to all the women that were there? They come up and ask you questions. What's your takeaway on that?
That we all start in the same place with the same fears and the same hopes. We're all there regardless of who we are and what medium we're in as far as entrepreneurship.
Debbie, how about you? Same question, because I know that we got a lot of questions on stage, and people that had we had one lady that was in her 70s, I think, and she had just started her first business, and you had people that were in their 20s.
Oftentimes women want to start business, but because they have their families and their other responsibilities, they sometimes wait or they hold off. And as Joe said, they come with that fear. The thing that was so rewarding and humbling for all of us on the panel was that the women came up afterward, literally with tears in their eyes, and said, thank you so much for being so authentic. I mean, Linda McMahon was on the panel, our SBA administrator on the cabinet, and she shared her beginnings and her bankruptcy and how they started at the desk. Jackie Green shared how being a mom and homeschooling, then going into what she does. Everyone has a story, and I think that that's the biggest thing, is that we were very authentic in our conversation and very open and transparent about how we started and what we've gone through and where we are today.
Okay, let's talk about what's going on Friday at St. Mary's College, that event, who's going to be attending, and then where do we go from there?
So we are very, very fortunate. Carmen Milagro and Roxana Damas have set this up for us at St. Mary's, and we're extremely thrilled. Joe, Stacy, myself, and Elizabeth McLaughlin will be on that panel, and we will be talking about women entrepreneurship, the same thing we talk about all the time. It's always about how can we better serve you? What can we do to provide support and services? And Carmen and Roxana truly, along with Kim Vogel at St. Mary's College, I'm so sorry, have done an incredible job. It's going to be a very intimate conversation. We're only going to have like 40 women in the room, so you can have those intimate conversations. Some of the places we're going, we have 100 to 300 women, but in some of them we have small, intimate groups. We really can provide a platform where we can all talk and share what women are going through in entrepreneurship.
And you've also got an event a little closer to home coming just right down the street in Irving. Let's talk about that as well.
So when we go back to Texas, we leave here and go to Chicago, and we go to Florida, and then we go into Texas. And in Texas, we are doing SMU, an amazing opportunity. And then we're doing Citigroup. We're doing a corporation. They brought us in for their employees. Literally, it's a private group, obviously, for all their employees. They're going to simulcast it globally, and we are going to talk about leadership in the business world. Many of those women have a side gig. They've got another business going on, but we're going to talk about leadership within the business perspective of corporations.
I would imagine putting a book together, putting a magazine together requires a lot of leadership. Joe, what is probably one of the one or two, three characteristics of a great leader when it comes to putting a magazine together?
Listen to the people that are around you and their ideas and help incorporate those, because the more ideas you have, the better the magazine is, I think, is number one. And I don't think I'm a really good leader. I don't think I'm a leader. I think I'm part of the team. I want to be a captain, but I'm a total team player.
Yeah, there you go. Justin, let's talk about leadership here before we go to break. You're over here typing. Are you always working, for one thing? You're always on the computer.
Yeah, there's a lot of busy stuff going on right now. I got a lot of launches coming up, a new product update for Google Translate, so look out for that in a couple months, which is pretty exciting. But yeah, things are busy right now, man. Busy.
Let's talk about leadership. Let's talk about the way it's scaled here at Google. How many supervisors do you have, and how is that management structured here?
It's actually really a flat company. And what I mean by that is, like, there's not a ton of hierarchy. Like, I can ping the vice president of Google AI right now, and like, that's not a weird thing at all. He's actually sitting right over there. Jeff Dean, what's up? But I have a manager, and then, I don't know, there's probably like 3 people above me within the comms department specifically, and it rolls up to the VP of communications. But it's flat, man. There's a lot of collaboration. I work closely with a lot of executives, and they don't look down upon me because I'm a little bit lower, which is always nice. You got to say what's up.
I like that. And let's talk about the office culture here as well. I'm looking out through this glass conference room. You've got the little mini half cubicle walls up, which is kind of nice for I guess I got one guy with a stand-up desk over there. He's chipmunking over the cubicles over there. But
Let me tell you who that guy is, actually. Okay. That guy standing up right there, kind of like a young dude, he discovered a planet about 1.5 years ago. Guy standing up right there, name's Chris Shalew. He's one of our researchers. He discovered a planet with artificial intelligence. He looked through NASA's Kepler data because he felt like there might be some undiscovered mysteries within that data. Guy found a planet, and it was very important because it was the first planetary system outside of our own to contain 8 planets. So that guy right there found a planet.
See, Debbie, that's what you never know. You walk around this place. Look, I have no business being here. I clearly are the dumbest person in this building right now. At 4:43 on the 20th day of February, I have no reason being in this facility. I can tell you right now.
But here's the thing you do, Brian, because you're bringing voice to the people who are out there doing all the work. You're the ones sharing their stories,
Yeah,
you and Justin, for
There you go.
sure.
I guess I can justify my existence somewhere. No, but that's crazy. No, let me ask you a question. When you guys are in the office and you're sitting around, if a guy discovers a planet, does someone just pop up and say, oh my goodness, I just discovered something? I mean, what's the energy like here?
Yeah, luckily I'm on the communications team, so I get kind of early access into a lot of the things before we announce them, and I get to craft that strategy of how we can get the most attention for it. But yeah, there was a lot of excitement when he discovered the planet because it was essentially proving that with all of that data that NASA has, there's the opportunity to uncover things that are previously unseen. So with that, there was a ton of company attention. We do this thing called TGIF, which is like an all hands meeting that happens actually every Thursday. He presented at it, and everybody was there's a lot of energy around the campus around that.
I love it. Justin Burr's our guest, the ladies from Women's Leadership Live. Joe Packham as well with Where Women Create, and this is the work edition. Go check it out. It's on Barnes & Noble. It's in Costco Plus. Whole Foods. I love Whole Foods. Look, for 100 points to control the board, Ben, do you – I love this game show. I know you go to Whole Foods. You look like a Whole Foods kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm a Whole Foods kind of guy. They got good hummus, great hummus selection there, which gets me pretty stoked up. So, yeah, big on Whole Foods.
All right, I would imagine they got some good food here. All right, we'll take a break. We'll wrap it up here as we're broadcasting live from Google. Hello, look them up, Google them. 4:44 on this Wednesday. A few minutes, we'll come right back.
620.
Well, it's all about lead, lift, and launching brands and entrepreneurs. And when you walk into Google Campus, you feel that immediately. What I find so amazing, where people are sitting on sofas and chit-chatting, and their laptops are open, and they're working, and they're getting the job done. They don't need to sit in a cubicle and make it's an open workspace. And the ages. All different ages. You think Google and you're thinking, oh, millennials, I can't go work there. But they want people with experience that have done stuff, had a life, all that kind of stuff. Justin just happens to be very cute and very young.
He's a good-looking guy. What can I say? I don't know. He's single and ready to mingle. You can just Google it. It's probably on there. Real quickly, different countries represented here. You got a lot of nationalities within Google. Very diverse workplace.
Yeah, extremely diverse. And I'm not sure the number off the top of my head, but I feel like we have offices in 60 to 70 different countries, which is not only awesome because you work with such a diverse workforce and you're getting the global perspective. It's also wild, like when you're getting emails from people at 3 a.m. and that's their afternoon. So that was something I certainly had to get used to. But then it's also awesome because you get to travel to those places. I've been to Amsterdam. A lot of my coworkers were actually in Singapore last week. We had a big event. So yeah, extremely global. And to the age stuff too. I host a Noogler orientation session. Was actually doing that this morning. So we call our new hires Nooglers. And you look out into the crowd and yeah, it's young, old, college students, older people, and it caters to all. I mean, we need all those different perspectives.
I wouldn't be able to fill out the application here, to be honest with you. Lastly, if someone has a product that they think is the next big thing, what do?
Go to Google Patent, patent it first, and then go to Women's Leadership Live and submit your product to us. And then our team with Sharon and David, they'll take the product, look at it, do almost like we do like a roundtable with an analysis on it. We see if it's got the benefits and features that people would love to hear about on television, on live TV. And then we take it into a buying team and they give it the, 411. If you want to go and take a look at what the rest of our 3 weeks on our national tour is all about, go to Women's Leadership Live and click on the red box right on the homepage that says Lead, Lift, Launch Women in Business 2019 Tour. And you can see where Brian's going to travel all over the country with us. I bet you can't wait to go to the White Sox.
I really can't wait to get to my hotel room tonight, to be honest with you, after driving with you in the car Without it. Yeah, that came out entirely
My
too wrong.
husband is right here in the
Yeah.
room.
No, it's been a long day. No, it's incredible. Before I let you go, the greatest
2
product
minutes.
you've ever seen sold on HSN. I've got 2 minutes, so but I know I knew what you were going to say.
Well, YBF Beauty, 13 million sold. Universal eyebrow pencil. Depending on the pressure you apply, it changes black, silver, blonde, brunette. Doesn't matter what your hair color is today or what it might be tomorrow. We all use the same product. It's been on networks for 24 years. Can't do any. It's award winning. What can we say?
Last continent you were just on.
Russia.
Okay. Best food in the world is where?
Chile.
There you go. There you go. I love that. All right, I'm wrapping up here, but Justin Burr as well. Thank you so much for having us. And of course, we will talk to you on Friday when you do your top 5 trending items.
Yeah, no, it's been a pleasure to have you guys. Obviously, you guys, very fun group of gals, and it's been awesome to have you here. So thanks for coming by.
And I have no reason. I can't understand why security is walking over here right now. They're probably ready to escort me out of here. So we've enjoyed our time here. If you want more information on Google, they just need to do what?
Go to Google.
There you go. Well, of course, you can also just for Google Jobs as well. If you want employment opportunities, go to Google. And of course, all things Women Leadership Live.
Yeah, womensleadershiplive.com. And don't forget to go to Where Women Create on Instagram, social media. Go to Facebook. Connect with us. Watch what we're doing. Come into the family. We can't wait to have you.
There you go. And of course, all things Salem. Go to 620 AM KEXP.com for more things about this radio station and other fine stations on this radio network. Plus, follow me on social media at Brian Glenn TV. But more importantly, follow my friend Justin Burr.
Yeah, I'm at Jay Bursky on Instagram. So check me out, do some adventures, and living in a van. So what's up?
There you go. All right. Goodbye. God bless. We'll see you from Mountain View, California.